In this week's video, I showed you how to raise a baby shark. The 5 points that I went over are super important for ensuring that the baby shark will hatch. Now sometimes they don't hatch, just like sometimes human women have a miscarriage, unfortunately. It's a terrible thing, but unfortunately it happens. With the knowledge of those 5 essentials, you are giving the shark the best shot that you can. So what about a shark that has already hatched? This is Link. He is a baby horn shark and the newest addition to the crew. I was at a fish store helping a friend get some fish for their new freshwater aquarium when I saw this little guy. He was obviously underweight, and he actually had the lobster that he shared his tank with's head in his mouth right after I took this video. I know the owner of the store, so I let her know so that she could move the lobster to another tank. She then explained to me that the shark had come in by mistake. She only sells them to people who she knows has enough room for them and will properly care for them. So she had ordered one with her last shipment for a customer who had requested one, and then Link came in the next shipment in addition to the other one by mistake. Since finding a suitable home for this little guy could take a while, and he was obviously very underweight, I took him home. I'm still working on getting his weight to an acceptable level, but so far, he's doing great. This was about a week or so after El Guapo had passed away, so I definitely could not just leave the little guy there in the store, since I've seen how much work goes into ensuring the species' survival when they are that underweight at such a young age. This is by no fault of the store. The sharks can get stressed out from being shipped, etc., so this is actually not that uncommon. Link was just very, very underweight. Once he fills out a bit more and is eating larger food, I will target train him, which entails training him to come over to the feeding tongs and taking the food directly from me. This way, once he's in with the larger sharks, it will be easy for me to ensure that he is able to get his food. The other 2 boys in the main pond are also target fed, and it really helps to avoid any potential aggression issues that could occur during feeding time. So just because the shark has already hatched, baby sharks are not that easy to take care of. The same advice that I gave in the other video, which I will link below in this video's description on feeding, applies to already hatched baby sharks. They could be eating at the store, and once you get them home, they might not eat for a few days until they get used to their new home. So if you're thinking about getting a shark as a pet, I highly recommend that you check out my online course. It will give you a realistic view of what you will need to know in order to ensure that the shark is thriving in captivity, as they deserve nothing less. I will leave a link to it in this video's description.